Greetings, my name is Daniel Tal, and I'm hoping that you're having a good day. This is part 2 of using FredoScale to create sloped walls. In the first example, I sloped this wall back here and added a cap using joint push-pull as well. In this case, I'm actually going to slope this wall now. And the interesting thing about it is it has to slope in 2 directions. It has to slope down this way, and it has to slope down that way, as this is the high point and it's going down from either location. In this particular case, if I select this wall and I go and I start using FredoScale, again, I'm going to use the FredoScale box tapering. I got lucky. The way that this wall is oriented is that once I push this down, sorry, it's going to make me do it again. I have to angle the view because of the snap angle here. So let me click on that again. I'm going to bring this down, not too much. And there you have it. It actually worked pretty well. And again, I can go in here because I sloped this the way it's been sloped and actually increase this height and then put a cap on it like I did in the previous example. However, this is not accurate enough for what I'm trying to accomplish. So what I really have to do is then, and I have a shortcut for this, hidden geometry. This is a curved surface, and so it's made up of facets. With the hidden geometry on, and again, I have a shortcut for that. If you watch the extension, the video on hide restive model, I show how to set up extensions. I apologize, how to set up a shortcut. In this case, I'm going to select the wall, and I have to make sure where it's going to start sloping at. So I know, well, actually I have to undo this here. The walls needs to start sloping from this location on this side and pretty much across this whole thing. So there's only a certain portion of it that's really going to stay level. So I'm going to go in here and again, hide rest of model. I have the hidden geometry as to visible. I'm going to select, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to want to select these. One of the things I need to do is actually, in order for this to work correctly, is add this line work to subdivide these faces. That way I can make this a discrete model. And again, this is more of an advanced workflow tip, but there you go. I'm going to select that. Oops. There it goes, and make that into a group. And then I'm going to select this one as well. I'm going to do the same thing here. Needs to start sloping from someplace around here. So we'll draw our edges along the hidden geometry. Again, the hidden geometry is visible on this wall. Shift V is my own shortcut. There is no native shortcut for that in SketchUp. But once you do that, it's not that difficult. Let's see, I'm gonna come across here. And we're gonna bring this now and make this into a group. And why not make the rest of this into a group as well by just selecting all of it. Now this whole thing is 3 separate groups. What I can do then, I'm going to explode this. You can see the 3 groups. I'm going to go into the root model. I'm going to turn the hidden geometry off because it can actually impede performance speed. I'm going to explode these again. And the same thing, I'm going to use FredoScale once again to actually divide this wall down. I'm using the taper edge function. You can see that it's creating it for me right there. And then same thing here. I'm going to use the taper function. And this is not as good because now it's actually going to bring the wall down on both sides, which means that I need to actually further subdivide this into probably component pieces here to get this to slope down. But it would be the same rationale. You're just basically dividing this into multiple walls, and FredoScale is allowing you to keep the edges sloped together. There's a lot of different ways to do this. There's also the extension Curvy Loft, which I'll go over, which can also do this kind of function. But I like this in terms of its ability to work this way. I'm gonna give this the color here. I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'm going to divide this into multiple pieces. And typically the best way to do this is to divide this into the pieces that you need before you actually do this. But in this case, I'm doing it after the fact and somewhat live. So it's kind of going with the flow, which is really also important because that's kind of generally how my SketchUp workflow goes. It's pretty organic. There's some method to the madness for pretty much everything that you're doing. In this case, we're going to take this wall down. Who knows if this will work? I apologize if it doesn't. Well, it's going to take it down for me. Not too much. It's snapping. Take it down a little bit more. Turn off the hidden geometry so it's not snapping to anything. SketchUp can be finicky about this. Sometimes you can actually go in. There you go. Same thing here. I'm going to take this wall down now. See how it's aligning it up for me. Take it down even more. And then I can go back to this wall and taper it as well. Oh. I am being sloppy. My apologies. There it is. There it is. And there you have the sloping wall. I can continue tapering this all the way down to get it to where it works. This tool is amazing. Thank you for FredoScale, and it really is just the taper option, but there's so many different things you can do with it. Thank you very much. If you like this video, please subscribe, hit the like button, and share it as much as you can. In the comment section, please let us know what content you're looking for. Thank you very much, and have a good day.